theme song.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You ready? You want to hit the button?
Yeah,
Hit
which
A.
one?
It's the Paul and Tom Show with Paul Schisler and Tom Brink.
I mean, a good tune, a good little jingle just gets you in the right mood.
Always does.
Always does. Man.
It's doctor's orders.
Doctor's orders. Listen to a good song today. I was blasting Mariah Carey, 90s Mariah on the way here, and oh man, it's like salve all over your body from a type of day. Oh, it feels good. You know, you got the volume turned up to like 30. You're the only one in the car.
Yeah.
It's nighttime. You're blasting Hero by Mariah Carey. And then, you feel every word she's saying as if she's sitting next to you like, hey, this song is about you. Oh.
That's awesome.
Yeah, put that medicine in your ears.
Yeah, pause the show now. Listen to some Mariah. Turn us back on a different device.
Yeah.
Let this play over it.
It's copyrighted. We're not going to play it. You
Right.
know.
But this is kind of like the Dark Side of the Moon thing. But with what? Wizard of Oz? But you play our podcast over Mariah Carey. It'll explain a lot.
How do you listen to your pod? I just gotta say, seeing you on camera and in person, this shirt is just happening for you.
Thanks, dude.
The fabric is perfect, hot. It's okay. So when it's super hot, this fabric killer. It's a light color.
Oh yeah.
Button down shirts when it's hot out, better than a t-shirt.
Yep, dude. So I picked this up this past weekend at the beginning of the heat wave. Heat wave alert. And because Lauren and I, we don't have AC in central air.
Yeah.
So we wanted to beat the 90-something degree heat. We went mall hopping. We went to a museum. So we ended up near the Glendale Galleria.
Ooh.
I went to so many stores and nothing.
It's so frustrating.
This JCPenney's.
JCPenney's is still around.
Yeah.
Wow. Coming in with the threads from JCPenney's.
Uh-huh. JCPenney's, some sort of generic brand I've never heard of. And it's the right length.
The length is a huge issue for tall guys.
Yeah, because otherwise you look like stubby.
It's just, and then, you buy a shirt that's like a little too short or something that doesn't fit quite right. And then when you buy it there, you're like, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then two wears. You get two wears.
Yep.
And then the third time you put on that article of clothing, you put on that little too short shirt. Throw it in the trash.
Dude, the amount of times I've Googled which dry cycle doesn't shrink your clothes.
You got to hang dry.
Where? How?
Chairs, anything. You buy a hanging dry. I didn't know this until I got married, and then Esther would start. She bought the there's like the clothes hanging dry rack.
Oh yeah.
You just it collapses.
They're like scissors out.
Yep.
Yeah.
It looks like it conducts electricity. She bought that and I was like, okay. And then, you got to.
Yeah.
And it saves your shirts. And then she bought that and she started hanging my shirts. And I was like, wait a second. My shirts aren't shrinking anymore. She's like, yeah, you have to hang certain clothes. It's like, I have ruined countless shirts.
I've had so many favorite shirts.
So many favorite shirts.
Yeah, so many.
An angel watching down on you, single tear, be like, he's never going to learn.
Dude, do you ever get a free shirt and you're like, oh, who made this?
Yeah.
I don't know. I attended some online webinar and they sent me a T-shirt,
Oh, that's sick.
and I love this shirt, but I don't know who made it. I can't find it. I would
doesn't have
order
a
100
tag?
of them. Nope,
A
they did
tag?
the custom tag
Oh
thing.
man,
Yeah.
that's dirty.
Dirty.
You message the people that you took a webinar with, and they're like, "Oh, great, you want to follow up with it?" You're like, "No. Let me just cut you off. Where did you get the shirt?"
Hi, Adobe. Please send me all your info on Threads.
You know what? You know what you got to do
Hmm.
is start just buying your T-shirts from those websites where you can custom make T-shirts, because you can
I've thought
select
about
the
this.
fabric and the
thought about
quality
this.
level.
Mm-hmm.
There's one of those sites that I have in mind that we'll talk about after, that they got some great fitting shirts.
Printful.
Good length. You can print, but I was like, you could technically just buy some
Yeah.
blank ones.
Yeah. Or you can just get like a little tiny icon, create your own fake brand.
Man. Hello, millionaire.
Cajillionaire alert.
Put a little bull on it. Compete with The Rock.
Project Cash.
Instead of Project
Brand.
Rock. Project Brand. Just
Yeah.
name your brand. Brand Cash.
Dude.
Cash Brand.
I don't think,
Actually,
I don't
not a
think it's
bad
been
idea.
done. I don't think it's been done.
To be fair, this is a really good idea.
Hard to Google.
I'm trying to look for these cash. I'm trying to look for these Cash brand shirts, and a jillion things pop up about Cash and all of the brands that exist in the world. The most hard to find shirts, which makes it more desirable because it's impossible to find.
Google constantly just says, "Did you mean denominations?"
Yeah.
You think like the U.S. versus the pound is brands?
I mean, branding on Cash, you know? Cash, like Cash logos on different brands. I mean, just an impossible shirt to find. Unless you
Yeah.
listen to this podcast.
Yeah, we're in the know. Share this
In the know.
podcast. If you care about anyone, they
Yep.
should be listening to this.
Yes. Listening. How do they do that? Well, you can like, subscribe, share, comment, and do all, review on all the platforms where you're listening. Please do that. We'd love you for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Do all of that.
We love you in general, but, especially that.
Yeah. And Arnold behind us. He'll
We're
find you.
shotgun. Like our private security holding a shotgun. If you don't rate and review, well, good luck. I'm just looking up. I have to write down stuff that happens to me, or I completely forget.
Me too.
So I want to know if this is just crazy in my head, or this is something that, because you also come from the comedy world.
Yeah.
So if this is something that you recognize just out in the wild of daily life.
Mhm.
I was at the playground with the boys, and there was just one other dad there with his son.
Yeah.
And immediately you can like pick up on someone's like vibes or feels. I'm like, oh, this guy's a little bit bro-y. I think to some people I come off as bro-y, but I'm not in actuality a bro-y guy. This dude like 100% does CrossFit type,
Okay. Yeah.
And there's an interaction between our kids. And they were playing together fine, but his kid is like 2 years older. And he was like, why is he talking funny? And I was like, well, because he's 3. He doesn't talk.
He's like, does he lift?
Yeah. But so I told the other dad's son, I was like, oh, sorry, buddy. Yeah, he's 3, so he still doesn't understand some stuff. And the dad did a voice, not making fun of like anyone, but just like, yeah, buddy, he's he was like, yeah, but he doesn't understand yet, okay? And I recognized it immediately as the voice Bill Burr does when he's like impersonating like a woman or like a liberal.
Oh,
Do you know what voice I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think so.
The Bill Burr voice where he's like, "Hey, stop! We have to march for our rights. You can't."
Yeah,
that-
just Hot Pockets.
Yeah. But immediately I was like, "Oh, that's what you're doing.
Yeah,
You're
it's
like a Bill Burr fan, and you're using that voice in daily life." And it's
it's like, cool, dude. Saw that special too.
yeah.
But write your own bits, nerd.
But it's why, like, you can immediately. It's like, oh, I know you love Bill Burr.
Yeah,
That voice that you did, you don't have to explain anything. Like, oh, you're a Bill Burr fan.
yeah.
It's weird to hear people do those, just incorporate into their vernacular, into their life.
I feel like for a while that was a very like Pete Holmes fan. Pete Holmes and Mark Maron fans would do that a lot with just like, I don't know. Oh, whatever catchphrases Pete had back in the day on the podcast.
Yeah.
They somehow made it into the normal vocabulary of people.
Yeah.
But that's so annoying.
It's so annoying because it killed me. The dad kept doing it, and a part of me wanted to call him out on it.
Wait,
I know what you're doing.
He didn't just do it once.
Oh, it was often.
To
That's
make
what
fun
made
of
it
you.
annoying. No. Not making fun of me, not making fun of anybody, but just like quote unquote funny commentary. Just as like, kids were playing.
Where does he live?
This is Dan. Apparently in hell. He lives in my nightmares. But it's so annoying.
Yeah. Oh.
Because you're essentially just doing an impression constantly of someone.
Yeah. Well, okay. I think my parents did that.
I mean, to a degree, we all do it in some way.
My parents did it with Kids in the Hall with this. I'm gonna squish you.
That's cute.
Yeah, that's fun. It's not
Yeah,
making fun of people.
Yeah, it just felt so out of place.
Wait, did he ever like speak
regularly? Yeah, he spoke regularly.
Okay.
Yeah. But he just like kept doing it to add commentary. I'm like, I don't know you, man.
Yeah.
Save it for your buds.
Dude, he's probably so terrified of being at a park with a child, and he's just like so uncomfortable and feels so embarrassed and out of place that he's like, I guess
I'm just here with my son.
I gotta do something funny. Turns
into a Delco guy. Oh, dude, I gotta like probably do something funny.
I gotta like take care of my kid or whatever. Some shit. I don't know.
Delco dad. Oh, dude, I gotta like probably pick up my kid.
Yeah, I mean, was he flicking cigarettes at his kid?
No, not that day, but
well, what sucked about him other than his lack of creativity, that he feels insecure at the
also he was like pegging his kid with a ball.
What?
Not that sounds
How
really
big?
bad. Just one of those like a playground bouncy ball. One of those classic rubber balls.
Yeah, with like the cross stitch pattern.
Yeah.
That can hurt.
Yeah. He wasn't pegging him hard, but I was still a little surprised.
Oh, and that noise. Like that.
Ding. Yeah.
That ring of air inside of the rubber.
It's just not a good look either.
No.
You're like launching the ball at your 5-year-old.
Was he jacked?
No.
Oh, he was just like
he was
athletic.
like Yeah.
Okay.
Like, oh, you're one of those dads. That was my judgmental thought. It was like, oh, you're one of those dads. Like, come on, get up. I didn't peg you in the throat that hard. Don't be a bitch. It's not a lot of blood. Don't tell your mom. That was my judgmental thought of like, oh, you're one of those dads.
Be happy I'm not at the track. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you into chicks yet? You know?
Oh man, that's so uncomfortable.
Yeah. I mean, I'm throwing a lot of judgment at a guy I didn't know, but there's the little things where you really read into, like, oh, you're throwing a ball at your kid at the playground instead of just just playing, going on slides.
Well, what if he thought he needed a way to bond with you? And he's like, this guy looks like a Bill Burr fan. What if I start doing the voice?
Yeah. Like I closed that door on him before he could even open it. Yeah. No. There are certain parents at the playground where I'm like, obviously I'm going to be friendly, but hey, just let our kids play and let's just shut up.
Like, let me just look at my phone. I never get to do this.
Like, hey, let me just watch my kids.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things is just watching them have fun at the playground because it's just such like pure, innocent, fun joy.
Yeah.
It's a great thing to watch. And I don't want to listen to some parents are cool.
Yeah.
But other parents are like, oh, you suck.
What makes a parent cool at the park?
Oh man, they have this. I'm thinking about this one couple that we just started chatting. Our kids were running around and like one of us will make a lighthearted comment or joke about like,
yeah,
oh, do you see that or whatever?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they immediately click into like same wavelength.
Okay, so right now, the only thing I can compare this to is talking to people at bars.
100%. That's it.
Just everyone's waiting for like the in.
Yep.
Okay.
Same thing, except you're painfully sober, watching kids standing in the sun,
and just like jamming wood chips into someone.
Yep. Same thing.
Dumping sand into their shoes.
Yeah. There are some parents where you're like, you just get so into the room, you're like, hey, you want to grab a drink? You're like, no, we're at the playground with our kids.
It's like, I got some.
Yeah. There's some parents where you're like, I bet you do.
Anyone like uncorking right then and there?
Usually it's just like someone will have ice cream or something.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, same. That's a really good comparison, actually. One more dad thing.
Oh, yeah.
So one of my main responsibilities for our family is I take care of all the car stuff.
Yeah.
Esther just wants no part of it.
I
don't want no part of it either, but it makes me feel manly. Going to Valvoline, can you change my oil? But I
love it.
I
don't know enough about it, but I love it.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's true. I wish I knew more.
Yeah.
But it does feel good to take care of.
Yes.
So I was going to fill up air for the tires.
Yeah.
Which is pretty easy to do, but you still feel like super cool and manly. And there was 2 air pumps, and I pulled up the same time some other dad, clearly a dad, also pulled up.
Yeah.
And it immediately we grabbed our hoses almost at the same time, and it felt like we were a NASCAR pit crew racing. Mentally, that's going through my head. It's so stupid because I was like, I got to beat this guy for no reason.
Crap! I should have unscrewed the stuff first.
Yeah. for no reason. I was just like, I gotta beat him. So I'm going around like trying to fill my tires, and he beat me,
Oh,
and it was so annoying. But
maybe he just needed to top off.
yeah,
Dude, I went to a wash your own car place.
ooh,
I like it, but I also don't like it.
yeah.
But I felt like that there, where there's
Like a
other
pit
people
crew.
going through. I'm like, yeah, but how do you go
Oh.
through the settings and like properly go through your car? I have a sedan. It
Yeah.
shouldn't take too long. But yeah, I always lose those races.
Then you're just like, well, they must do this all the time.
Yeah. What was he driving?
Some like, mid 2000s minivan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's a pro.
He's definitely a pro.
Also, watch out with Valvoline and the upsells.
Oh, I feel so much pressure where they're like, hey,
Yeah.
we ran this diagnostic text. You could blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, is my car going to blow up or not, man? If not, let me go.
Yeah, like the battery's good. Cool, dude. But for the air filters,
Oh, yeah.
because they're always like, give us $60 to do this air filter.
Yeah.
Dude, Amazon.
Oh,
You just punch in your car and it tells you what filters you need.
yeah.
And I think I spent like $25 for the cabin and the car air filter.
Is it easy to install?
So easy.
Oh, that makes me even angrier.
Like,
Because I remember the guy last time I went to Valvoline to get it changed.
Yeah.
They asked me about that and I lied and was like, oh, I'll just do that myself. And in my head,
That's
I'm
how
thinking,
it started.
I'm thinking, oh crap! It's gonna be hard, and I'm gonna come back here with my tail between my legs.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know what it's like on your cars, but on mine it's so easy. You just need like
I'm sure it is.
I wouldn't have known how to do it. They showed me at one point, but yeah.
I really hope there's like a dad or other man listening right now, losing their mind at us.
Oh, of course.
You never take your car there to blah blah blah.
Yeah, because they're like sometimes, dude. I've seen
Delco dad is listening in right now.
Yo, Valvoline. Sometimes I see like cracked oil caps and shit, it's leaking out.
Oh man, I love the character of Delco dad. a
Yeah.
lot.
I can't do it as well as some others.
Yeah, I can't. If I think about it too much, you gotta let it flow. I can't.
Yeah, if you think you can't do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, check out the air filters on Amazon. That's like a small thing you can do yourself.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna really impress my wife.
Oh yeah. The thing is she won't really care.
She will initially,
But like
not as much as me.
the proudness that
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
want, you won't get.
Yes, yes.
It'll be
I'm
like
gonna get a.
oh cool.
You're so-
Glad you did that.
here's what I'm gonna get. Oh, babe, you're so cute. And I will be furious. It feels good. It feels good. But I'm like, you don't know how much this means to me. For no reason, you have no idea how much this means to me.
Aw,
It
you're so
shouldn't mean
cute.
this much to me.
It means the world.
It means the world.
It means the world. I went off for like a week talking about new floor mats that I got for my car.
Oh man.
And it's like, who cares, buddy? But I love them.
But I get that. I don't think I love taking the car through the car wash.
Love it.
I love a clean car.
Yeah.
I love the ritual of going there, getting it clean, doing the vacuum, doing
Yep.
the wipe down with the
Yep.
wipes inside. And I think Esther's she likes that I like to do that. But I don't think she knows deeply how
How good it feels to you.
it's a spiritual thing.
Oh yeah. I get that. Yeah, like it'll be like a day.
It'll be today was a good day because I did that for 30 minutes. I did a 30-minute car wash thing,
Yeah.
and my weekend is set, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, wiper blades.
Oh, yeah.
Amazon.
Oh, I go to Costco. I should probably do
Costco
Amazon.
works too.
That's another one that I feel so accomplished because there's always, no matter how many times I change the wipers,
Yeah.
there's like a 2-minute period where I'm like, oh shit, I don't know how to do this. As soon as I unclip the old ones, I'm like, oh no. Yeah,
Yeah, and
every
then
time.
you accidentally take apart the thing too much, and you
Yeah.
have to figure out how to rebuild it. And
Every
then, like,
time.
how does this work? Yeah.
And I feel like, oh, I'm a mechanic. Every time I do it, I get a little like dirt grime on my fingers, and I'm like, oh, I'm a veteran mechanic of 20 years.
Dude,
I change wipers.
I did that once I replaced my headlight.
Oh, that's a
Right.
big one.
It is. It shouldn't be, but it is.
It is.
And the guy sold me on some sort of like sealant gel to put with it
Yep, I would totally be sold on that.
for the contacts. And I was like, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
And so I was just in the parking lot trying to figure out how to do it. I hadn't looked up the video
yeah,
on how
yeah.
to do it. And I did it. And this was all while I was waiting to pick up Lauren from a hair appointment.
Oh, that feels even better.
Yeah. And so I got to show up and be like, look at all this dirt from my hands. And like, I replaced the light bulb. She's like, cool. Hey. I was like, oh, yeah. And like, your hair looks great.
Yeah. You did that. I did something, Mount Everest type
Very
big.
equal sort of transformations.
You know what that comes back to is we've talked before. I think Lauren brought this up to you, how every guy has like a little boy in them.
Yeah.
We need
to present. Look, I did. I did this.
We like, hey, I just made this, like, I just covered this toy in dirt. You like it? I made it different. Do you like it? Hey, look, I broke this action figure to make it look different. Do you like it?
Which is
We
not.
don't lose that.
It's not far off from just a dog bringing in a dead bird.
No, it's slightly elevated.
It's just like we alter it. We do like a little remix.
I'm too scared to kill a bird and then hold it in my hands. That's the difference.
Yeah, it's like I'll get rid of a dead bird if I have to, but
And like
Yeah.
Owen, he does this all the time. He'll like bring something to me and he'll say, I did that.
yeah, that's it. That's it.
8 out of 10 times, I don't know what I'm looking at.
Uh-huh.
But I
And
love it.
I'm sure that's how they feel.
I think there's a part of toddlers. They know, and this is bullshit. Toddlers know, like, I don't know what the hell this is. But, I spent time on it. I made it. And now I'm going to present it to my parent. And then we're like, I don't know what this is. But
And
you
you're
made
like,
it and I love it.
Technically, you're not wrong. You did. You made this.
Something
exist.
happened. Yeah.
You took action, and now this exists.
And then we're both pretending, I know what this is and I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a theory though that kids also kind of get off on like putting you in the hot seat and like, oh, here's this thing I made up.
Yeah.
You know what it is, right?
Let me watch you sweat. You're going to say it's a dolphin. It's not. It's not.
And
I
then
drew a bottle.
it's only going to get more and more fun each time you get it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they love it when you get it wrong.
Oh, yeah. They love it when you fall, when you're in pain.
Oh, man. I mean, it is funny.
It is funny. Falling is funny.
If the boys are having meltdowns,
Yeah.
I'll like pretend hurt myself. And it's like a switch. Dad fake smacks himself, and I'm like, ow! Ah! Like a switch. They can be full tear meltdown,
Really?
breaks them into a smile.
Both of them.
Yeah. They
Ugh.
love to see me in pain.
Comedy transcends age.
Yeah. But also, if I am legit in pain,
Yeah.
they'll be concerned.
Oh, wow.
Not every time, but
The way we're talking about them is like we're talking about dogs. Like, did you know
Yeah,
if a
yeah.
dog knows their owner's sick, he'll run to the next
You-
town and call for help?
you can condition your child. Yeah. They will lick your wound.
Yeah, what was that dog in cartoons that always had like a barrel around its neck
Oh, yep.
that would save people in the snow?
St. Bernard.
Yeah. Anyhow,
Yeah. Love that.
speaking of cars, someone parked in our spot.
Unforgivable. Unforgivable.
Like, it's probably good we're recording this much later than when it happened.
Oh,
because
man.
I
Yep.
was red, furious. I was.
You were
patient.
Schwarzenegger right here on a rampage.
I was like looking Lauren dead in the eyes, like, I'm against fucking with people's cars, but they need to get keyed and egged. Like,
yeah.
you're wrong.
You're wrong. If you're parking at someone's parking spot, I mean, just an egregious sin.
And there's a sign. It says apartment. So it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we were fired up.
You know you're doing wrong, so you know you're gonna pay consequences, right?
And so we wrote a note.
I love that.
And
Just angry writing a note.
yeah. And it was nice. It was just like, don't park here next time you're getting towed.
Don't with my parking spot.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, don't fuck with
Yeah,
my
yeah,
parking
yeah.
spot. We each get one in this building.
Oh,
we
man.
each get one.
Yep.
So no, like each
Now I got
apartment gets
0.
one.
Yeah,
Right.
that's terrible.
And so it's like, okay. I was hoping with the note, what I
Oh,
did
yeah.
was I didn't do it like a parking ticket under the thing, because it was like one of those Lexus cars where but like they think that they're like sporty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Yep,
about?
I know what you're talking about.
So I was like, they probably have some sort of alarm on this thing if I touch the windshield wiper.
Yeah.
So I did the thing that flyer guys do, and I jammed it into the window where like the driver's side window,
Yes.
the opening there.
Yep.
So
That little,
right
like,
above the
slit.
handle,
Yep.
had to see it.
Because they can miss it if it's in the windshield.
Exactly. They can
Yeah.
claim they've missed it. No way. And they stayed overnight.
Ooh.
My hope for it was just like someone in our building was having a one night stand. Their guest had been wasted and was like, "No, it's fine. We'll be right out." Then they pass out.
Yeah.
Right? That was my like, okay, best case scenario. That's what it was. Still
Livid. Because there's also the other side of you that's like, no, they know who I am and they're trying to do this intentionally.
Yeah, like I constantly looking out the window, checking things
Oh, man.
out. Like,
Lauren's like, come to bed. It's 1 a.m. And you're like, not
like,
yet.
I wanted to stand out there and see their face.
Dude, arms crossed, standing in front of their car for 8 hours.
I considered
Yeah.
bringing down our like solid wood chest and putting it behind their car with my
Ooh.
phone number, and they could call me if they wanted to get out.
Oh, man.
Yeah, like I was like coming up with every angle.
Your mind goes to psycho places.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And so they stayed overnight, and Lauren happened to see them through our window,
Oh,
gets
man.
the car, and they go to the driver's side window, and she says that the woman who gets into her car looked genuinely surprised to see a note.
I mean, just a bad person.
That's so much worse.
It's so much worse.
Like,
You're unaware of your wrongdoing. That's
Right.
infuriating.
Like, it's not like, oh, I'll get away with it. Like, what are they gonna do?
Yeah, that's more expected.
There's a labeled parking spot that's closest to the building that happens to not be yours, that you just chose to park in, and then were surprised that anyone got upset.
You got to tag it like a shark in the wild and then track them down.
Yeah. Well, and then I was fantasizing, like, I want them to do this again.
Yeah.
I want them to spite us and park there again.
Then you're more justified in your revenge.
I will tow the car, and
Yep,
I will
yep.
put each wheel into a different tow truck.
Oh,
and
man.
send them across the city.
It's costing you thousands.
I will go broke. I will disassemble this car to
Yeah.
the very last screw.
I will find your family and tow their cars.
I will find a toy car model of that car and put it in its place and say, love the car.
Dude, couple options going forward for this happens again. You remove the windshields. I mean the windshield wipers. Pop off the windshield wipers.
You can do that. Yeah. Put them upside down.
Put them upside down or just remove them.
Yeah.
And you don't steal them, just place them on the hood of the car.
That's
now they're
so
like
funny.
Most people aren't replacing.
No.
So it's a harmless thing, but
Yeah.
just huge inconvenience when you're trying to leave in the morning.
That's
Second,
incredible.
when you leave a note, put your Venmo handle on it and say, you owe me for parking. Parking's like what, $20 for overnight or $30 overnight.
Oh.
They're probably not going to send it, but hey, do that. And then create a Venmo handle that's like, parking
Don't park
fee.
here.
Don't park here.
I'm sure it's available.
Another option, you
Yeah.
get some chalk
Chalk, yeah.
and just draw on their tires.
Yep.
Write stuff on their tires.
Yep.
And then another option on top of that, depending on how angry you are,
Yeah.
you get a variety of political stickers that are quite polarizing. The most polarizing bumper stickers you can find, you stick a couple on.
And conflicting ones.
Conflicting, you put one on the back that's MAGA
Yep.
and one on the front that's like Biden is Jesus or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I need like an obscure one from the 70s. And it's like, they've been around this long? Like,
It's
what?
a Bernie Sanders one. Yeah.
It's just the shot of him getting arrested, but with a different year just written on his chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are some options.
I love this.
Yeah.
I love this. I love the wiper blade. Because the
Yep.
thing is, they'll
It's
drive.
unexpected.
They're
Yeah.
This LA. They're not doing the rain.
They're
They'll
not.
discover it's not connected before it rains.
Yeah.
And best case scenario, it just rolls up their windshield. Just like the thing
Yeah.
sitting there and they're going is like
Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. And then they're like, it can't. They're going to try their windshield wipers when they're doing 50. And it's just going to be little nubs going.
Oh, that's brutal.
Oh, that's brutal.
But I also thought of just fucking with their minds
Yeah.
and
Some
instead of
helter-skelter
leaving
stuff.
a note, instead of a note saying please don't park here, da da da, just be like, hope you enjoy your drive.
Dot, dot, dot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wink face. And then like you wouldn't want to drive that car.
No.
No.
You'd be like, what's wrong?
Yeah.
Or, oh, here's a good one. Something like, sorry about your back seat. Let me know if there's any damages. And they're like, what do you mean? Did someone break? What do you mean?
Write down a phone number, but like scratch it a little so they'll never make out the real number.
Yeah.
So they can't find you.
And or like just apologize for damaging their car.
Yeah.
And then they're just like obsessively searching their car for issues.
Oh yeah. And be like, and most people aren't car people.
Yeah.
So
no.
you could just be like, hey, want to let you know there's an issue with your catalytic converter.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, what?
It's affecting your back left tire.
Yeah.
Like, oh no. And then they have to tow themselves because they're afraid to drive.
I followed you.
Boom.
Your steering is off. I will continue to follow you until you fix.
Oh, here's a dark one.
okay.
You leave a note as if you're a concerned neighbor. Like, watch, like,
just watch out.
watch out. There was a black Honda Civic following you. Watch out. Something
Yeah.
like to spook them.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Then every time they're gonna pull out, they're gonna drive away and see a black Honda and freak out.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I don't normally do this. I'm actually an undercover cop and I happen to see a black Honda tailing you. So just keep an eye out for that when you leave.
Yeah. Also, just the worst way to pick someone up. Hey, I don't usually do that. Trying to pick someone up at a bar. I don't usually do this, but I'm an undercover cop.
That's how you should talk to the parents at the park.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Hey, so normally I don't really do stuff like this. Like, I mean, I take my kids to the park, but I
Yeah.
don't do stuff like this. What's your name? You guys seem interesting. Where'd you get that?
Where'd you get that? The kid. Where'd you get that?
How'd you do it?
Dude, I had a dad one time tell me I was handsome.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that.
But he said it like this. He didn't say, "Hey, you're handsome." He goes, "Whoa, Neil Patrick Harris out here, huh?"
He was so intimidated.
It took me a second to register what, like, oh, you're making a funny joke, like
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, so was he like,
little chatty.
was he complimenting you?
Yeah, he was.
Okay, because I remember as a kid, like, there were dudes kind of like in our dad's generation who, like, their whole thing was having shtick. Like,
Oh yeah,
they're the wisecracker guy. Like, one time we hung out with a guy like that, and my buddy from high school was with me, and man, what did they call in Remember the Titans? Sunshine?
Sunshine. Yep, with the
He's
long
like,
blonde hair.
Yeah, he would not stop calling my friend Sunshine.
Oh,
And we were,
dads
like,
of that generation
16.
love any dude, any teenage boy with long hair. Hey, Sunshine.
And he wasn't even long hair. It was just
man, yeah,
just that vibe.
yep.
Mm-hmm. They found a joke and they lock into it and they
For
keep that
decades.
there. Yeah.
The commitment to jokes for it's like they marry certain jokes. Dads of a certain generation will get married to a joke and be committed for decades, more committed than they are to their own wives, to their own family,
To their
commit.
basement bars.
They'll be so committed, even when it's long dead. They just can't not.
Yeah, it's like, no, I have my set list. I just revolve the jokes around and
Recycle over and over.
it worked once, therefore it'll work every time.
No one's seen the movie in years.
It's like, you know what it is? It's just the only movie they remember. And it was 40 years ago.
They don't want. I feel like at a point they don't want to. They'll say it and they're just kind of like a, "Hey, sunshine."
Yeah. Man. At what point in your, I almost said dad career, at what point do
Little
you
bit.
think you will stop remembering movies you've seen?
Oh, it's definitely already happened.
Like, because there will come a time where one of your boys or both will come to you and say, "Remember this movie?" And you'll be like, "No." They're like, it's one of my fondest memories. You took me to it. And you're like, I'd never seen this.
I can see that happening already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because there's just so many movies. And there's too much new stuff entering my brain where I can feel stuff being pushed out.
Yeah.
It's crowded up here because now I'm not just remembering stuff about me and my life.
Yeah.
It's like, I got to remember everything about my wife. And then now we made 2 little humans, and that's a bigger priority than me. So I need to push out some of my boxes and I need to move them into my head and move out my stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel stuff just slipping away. It's gone. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it time to start like converting your journals, digitize them so you can search back?
I should. Yeah. I journal every day, and I'll maybe go back and read through a journal once at the end of the year.
Really? I mean, most people don't get that far.
Yeah. But I mean, I should check it more often just to see what's happening.
Do you guys do like a baby book?
We started one for Owen and then gave up.
It seems like a lot.
It's a lot. My mom made baby books for my sister and my brother. And then for me, there's not even a photo album. She brings it up still. Like, yeah, you're the 3rd kid. I'm so sorry, but last time I visited my mom's house, I was looking through the baby photo albums, and they're like, here's my sister, here's my brother, and I was like, hey mom, where's mine? Nothing, dude. But you're tired. I get it,
It seems like a lot of work.
It's so much work you have to constantly update it and put photos in and build it. Ugh.
Well, and it's like you have to go to the shop to get it printed. And
yeah, back in the day was way harder.
Yeah.
At least now we just have thousands of photos on our phones
that we'll never look at again. I just think about, I took a picture of a parking spot today while I was at the mall.
Fantasizing about someone stealing it.
And I was just like, how many pictures of like pillars in a garage do I have on my phone?
Yeah.
Apple should come out with a feature for that. Who needs new, better photos or cameras? I want to get rid of those pictures.
It just dissolves as soon as you leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim Apple, hit us up.
Parking. Get on it.
Stat. I feel good. This was a good run. It was a good run.
This is a good nightcap. Well,
please
thanks.
Like, subscribe, post.
That sounded so defeated.
It's the PM.
Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, this is a nighttime sesh after a long day.
PM.
Beep, 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 PM. Places.
Like, subscribe, share, rate, review, all the above. We love you.
We love you. Give us a shout out, and we'll give you a shout out on the show.
Yes.
We'll see you on the interwebs.
Bye.
Bye.